Welcome back, everybody, to Boddy Creek Manor. I hope you enjoyed the quick look around, but I'm going to take you now on a little bit more of an extensive tour, so come on in. This here is actually a wreath that I got from Big Mama, one of my subscribers, and I love it. I use it, well, I used it last year, and this year too. This is my Headless Horseman themed foyer. As you can see, my Headless Horseman here has a collection of skulls. I really wanted to make some heads in jars to put in here this year, or a sort of plethora of jack-o'-lanterns to go with my jack-o'-lantern mirror craft that we did together a few weeks back. But, you know, time got away from me. So I thought I would just put the skulls in here, and maybe next year, as I've been trying to do for several years now, we'll get around to doing the heads in jars. But Headless Horseman is one of my favorite characters for Halloween. I got this picture this year and framed it. The frame was more than the picture. I think it only cost like $6 or so for the picture. So I was very happy with it. I love the look. I bought this black carpet this year too for the entryway. It gets very, very messy. And then as we look up, it's a little dark, but there is my grandfather clock I purchased this year. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute. I didn't really have an opportunity to flesh out things here very much, so I just threw one of these larger tombstones. But my living room here is my witch-themed living room that I've been working on pretty much for a couple of months. You'll see some of the projects that have been in my videos lately, like my weatherboard witch silhouette here. I think it turned out fantastic. I ended up putting a couple of extra books here because it's a literary themed witch theme in my living room. And of course the apple is like the perfect finishing touch. You'll remember I got the inspiration for this mantle from the Better Homes and Gardens magazine. And originally all of these candlesticks were supposed to be like a weathered look, but I just found them at Goodwill. And I kind of like the mismatched look. It works well, I think, here on my mantle. I also added a couple of these little dollar store glass pumpkins and dollar store candles here, which I've hollowed out using a Forstner bit and then put in a timer candle in there so it'll turn on and off every day by itself. And it kind of makes it look like there's a real candle in there. Down below, we have our cauldron stand that, again, I built with you in another video. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just make sure you go ahead and check it out. Check out my other videos. Here we just have some decorative tchotchkes from TJ Maxx. I fell in love with this broom as soon as I saw it. I think it's fantastic. And it goes well with my rocking chair witch from Home Depot, also new this year. She's very expressive, but I have her turned off, otherwise she's very sensitive. Back here, we've got what was going to be sort of my apothecary with all of my witch jars and everything, but I changed it to just sort of decorative shelves with some fun little tchotchkes. Those are the talking busts from CVS. I think I've almost never actually had them talking. Some skulls, some candy, of course, some pictures from Halloween's past. And over there, we have my Winnie urn. My Sarah urn. Again, more books. And then my Mary urn. So that's my little nod to Hocus Pocus. But continuing my literary theme here, I got this typewriter, which I fell in love with as soon as I saw. It was almost perfect to go with my literary theme because it's Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, which, as we pass my sort of decoupage word pumpkin thing there in my books and those eyeball flowers I built last year for you in another video, is my Edgar Allan Poe framed print, the Nevermore poem, and then my Edgar Allan Poe bust. On the coffee table, was my theme for the year. My witch was getting married when her husband was killed, and she has gone into her book world trying to learn spells and potions, and anything she can to bring him back to life, but nothing has been successful so far. All of these little book things I picked up this year from TJ Maxx and Marshalls and so forth. The hat here was a Goodwill find. The spiders were also from Marshalls. Over here I have my witch cat, also a Goodwill find. And then here is projecting some spiders there, but you can't really see them. In fact, I'm very disappointed with all of these sort of projection effects. If you are not in very dark light, even with that light there over the fireplace completely off, you can barely see them. It wasn't really showing up in the camera before. But up here I'm hiding my chain ghost, my towering chain ghost, and my vampire. And spider. A lot of these things are going to be moved outside toward Halloween, but I don't like to really decorate with my animated figures and so forth outside until Halloween. Continuing my witch theme here is just this print of a cat, which I love. Another little broom over here. Those are one of those I got from Kroger that was scented with cinnamon, and I just love the smell. I think it's great. Also down the hall for my Secret Reaper exchange this year were some paintings that my Reaper sent me. And then while we're over here just in the guest bath, I've got going on, I got this skull and raven from Keith Rennick, one of my subscribers. Thank you very much. And just some apothecary jars and skull towels and another couple of these blackbirds, some spiders. I missed the opportunity to put some more dollar store blackbirds up here. I will make this a blackbird themed bathroom one of these years. Just some more dollar store prints. I love those. I have a whole bunch of them that I'm not using. Down here in the stairs to the basement is Pennywise. He couldn't be any more creepy. Every time I try and show him, the lights turn off. But I do have the flickering light bulb there to make it extra creepy. There we go. And then in the kitchen is kind of just a holding area for my animatronics, as I said. I've got my towering werewolf, and the harvester prop. Those will be going outside. Just here on the little side table, a couple of bloody candlesticks, and that haunted telephone. We have my pirate and my talking skeleton. I'm doing a bit of a pirate theme outside. Over here is just some creepy little lab jars, because as you can see from my Frankenstein print and my Bride of Frankenstein print, and even over here my Igor print, I was trying to do a Frankenstein theme here in my dining room, but Frankenstein merchandise is very hard to find this year. I'd really love to get an animated figure Frankenstein, but really just finding anything was a challenge. So this will be something I'll have to flesh out more next year. But of course, I never like to do the same thing twice, so might make something else Frankenstein next year, we'll see. And then my witch. And my butler guy, he's kind of like Igor too. He was supposed to stay here in the kitchen, but the witches, if you watch my garage walkthrough, will be going back outside into the garage. And just some fun little things on the counter here. And my mummy. I really don't know what I'm going to do with my mummy this year. I think he's just going to end up in the graveyard. And then, of course, I've got some pumpkins with some snakes. Some snake candlesticks. These are all things, I get most of this stuff from like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I think they've got great stuff. Getting another snake. Some little witch tchotchkes. There's only 4 days left until Halloween. Oh, and there is my pumpkin patch prowler peeking through the window. Now my garage out there is actually getting decked out for my Halloween party, but it's not ready. You'll see that on Halloween when I do my outside walkthrough. But over here, pick your poison. This is my sort of witch apothecary area with all my jars I've been creating, adding some bloody candlesticks or candles to them. Makes it a little eerie. And then peeking up the stairs, it's really hard to see, but there is a reaper there looking down on us. And a couple of jack-o'-lanterns here to just give it a little life when you walk through that garage door. I really actually toned this down incredibly this year. I have so much stuff in bins. You probably watched my storage walkthrough. I love this guy. I got him from Ross. But anyway, I barely touched anything in my storage room this year. Most of the stuff is stuff I got new this year. But creeping up the stairs, it's going to get real dark here, but just these are my lenticulars from the Dollar Tree. I just put them in frames and line the stairs so they change as you walk past, and I think it looks so much better in the frames. There's my Disney witch. I always exchange the artwork in my house for something suitable Halloween, so if you watch my videos, you probably will have seen that usually hangs in my study. A giant spider here. That spider clock I did a video on a little bit ago that I purchased. Very exciting. And then the spider effect is supposed to be up here whirling around. Here's just another witch. She'll take the place of my rocking chair witch when I move that one outside. And then my dining room here, which really is disappointment because I really wanted to do my dining room this year and I just lost track. So all I've got is a little bit of an orange and a black theme. But that's it. There's another little Goodwill find there. And my vampire. He actually becomes my executioner outside with my guillotine prop. Thank you all for joining me on the walkthrough of Boddy Creek Manor. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time putting it all together and sharing it with you. I can't wait to see your Halloween decorations too. So if you've got a video, make sure you put it, link to it in the comment below so that I can check it out as well. And that'll do it for this year. Make sure you stay tuned to see the outside walkthrough in the garage a little bit later. And until then, guys, take care. Happy haunting.